every Tuesday 8 p.m. East African time on this channel.
Family Clinic, healing families, restoring marriages. Family Clinic, healing families, restoring marriages.
Welcome to my channel. This is Prophetess Dr. Justina. I welcome you to this family clinic. If you have not followed me on this YouTube, please go and subscribe. Hit the notification button so that you will get every notification when we upload our new videos. And if you have not share, make sure you are inviting someone. It's an exclusive program that is designed to heal family and restore marriage. Be an evangelist of this family clinic. Shalom. Catch our family clinic every Tuesday 8 p.m. East African time on this channel.
Family Clinic, healing families, restoring marriages. Family Clinic, healing families, restoring marriages.
Welcome to my channel. This is Prophetess Dr. I welcome you to this family clinic. If you have not followed me on this YouTube, please go and subscribe. Hit the notification button so that you will get every notification when we upload our new videos. And if you have not Praise Jesus. I want to thank you for tuning in. Today is a special day. This is Family Clinic program that is designed to to restore family, to heal family. And I know that God is going to do something new in your life as you share, as you subscribe, as you hit on the notification button, so that anytime we are live like this or we upload new videos, you will be able to connect. Today is Prophetess Dr. Justina that is sitting before you, and I know you are going to have a moment of interaction today, God helping us. I've been teaching on different topics. First, I started with sex in marriage, and extensively we discussed so many things in sex in marriage. Also, I went into single with a different, and I see that there are so many people who have questions, some clarity, some things you will want to understand, some things that you wish you can be able to ask your questions, or maybe it's a live program. From the response so far, I realize that it is good for me to have a section whereby you can type your question right on the live chat comment. And right here, as I'm seated, I will be responding back to those questions. But to an extent, I understand that point. But I want to help you to understand there are levels of truth and there are levels of information you should give in a relationship. Let's assume, for instance, you just met a guy right on a date. Maybe today is your first time of meeting that person. There are some information that you know you ought not to give to that person. Not because you are afraid of them, but because they might not be serious with you. The information that matters in your life. If you are a lady, maybe you have a child, or you have a health condition, or there is something about your family bloodline. Maybe there are mental cases, there are issues of epilepsy, there are issues of albino, there are things that you know it exists in the family. When someone wants to get into marriage with you, there is nothing bad you being sincere to that person. On the other hand, don't just meet someone and start telling them about yourself. You must meet someone, cultivate a relationship. When you cultivate that relationship, you ought to be observant, learn to judge people by expression and their actions. When you look at their reactions when things happen around them, it will help you to know if this person is mature enough to handle your issues. Not every woman can handle issues in your life. Not every man can handle your truth. Not every man is ready to hear your mistake. Not every woman is ready to be entangled with your own issues. So before you speak completely truth to someone, you must have gotten to a level of relationship. I don't expect you as a young girl, maybe you have a health condition, and any man who comes to me to say, I love you, I want you, you should have to test that I love you with time. When you start telling them, oh, I am this, I'm that, automatically, they will show you a different color, and it's a disappointing color. They will show you the other side of them, that they didn't love you, they were just making mouth. But when you allow a relationship to exist between you and somebody, understand that relationship helps to discover values that is in you. If we are having a good relationship, it will help me to understand how valuable you are to me. I will see the significance of your presence in my life. And when I see the significance of your presence in my life, that will make me to see your mistake as nothing. I will be seeing you as who I am with right at that moment. I won't be seeing you in your past. I won't be seeing you in your mistake and in your failure that I was not part of. But if we don't keep a cordial relationship, if we have not established a trust between ourselves, if I have not had time to know more of you, and you just come up with a relationship with me, automatically that will make me to run away when you tell me things that I shouldn't be told, because I have not tested you. I have not trusted you. I have not been able to find a quality that will make me to see your mistake as the past. So when you meet a man as a woman, you shouldn't start counting to him. I have slept with 10 men. I have slept with 20 men. I have done this. I have done 10 abortions. I don't have womb. I have an infection. I have this. No, that's not a way of speaking truth. Speaking truth, when you meet someone and they ask you, how are you? Who are you? You should be able to tell them genuinely. If your name is Margaret, tell them you are Margaret. If you are from 5 family, tell them I'm from a polygamous family, or I'm from a family where we are Christian, we are Muslim. Those are simple basics that you can just tell someone, not going into details. You tell people who is committed to you, people who you have built confidence in their trust. You have built that love. There is something that you have seen beyond the natural or beyond the normal. That's when you open up to tell them, because at that time you have seen that 2 of you are compatible. Maybe 2 of you are able to handle things maturely. If you don't see that, don't start blabbing. Not everybody can handle. Some men can love you, but they can't handle your past because they don't have that maturity in their life. Some women can love you, but you see, the reality of your past can become a challenge to their love. Not necessarily because they hate you, because you have not given them enough ground to love you beyond your past. To love you beyond your past. You've seen some ladies who are married to people who they don't have legs, they don't have hands, they have issues with their body system, but yet they are married to them. Why are they married to them? It's because they have a relationship. They have been able to build a relationship. When you have built a relationship that is beyond what you have done in the past, your past that I cannot change, definitely I will not be dwelling in your past. But if I have not tested you and have not have confidence in you, there are some past you will tell me I won't be able to stand. So it is good for you to allow yourself to go to a relationship season. That's why we advise courtship. Have a time where you have courtship, where 2 of you establish a relationship that will help you to know one another, so that it will help to know the level of information that you have to give to someone. Don't hide basic truth. Speak your basic truth. Then there are secret issues of your life. It should be told to a partner, someone who is willing, or already you can see it, that this person is ready to go beyond the veil, is going to go to an extra length for you. Don't keep them in darkness. Tell them truth. It is better they take you for who you are, because they've known the real you. They've known the new you. They've known your new version. Either they stay with your new version, or they choose not to stay with your new version because of a situation you couldn't change and you didn't have control over. It is better you know who you are with before you go into that relationship. It is more difficult after marriage. You have kids and they discover something about you that you could have told them yesterday, and they decide to walk away with you. They will term you a liar. They will make you look like you are a scam, or you are a con person, because you lied to them. You lured them deceitfully without allowing them to make a decision by themselves. So that's what we mean. Choose the truth you speak. Does not mean that you should tell them your secrets. There are basic truths and there are secrets that has to do with you. Those are personal issues. You should only tell the person who you are entering a partner with your personal issues. I believe you can be. I've seen a question that has caught my attention. How can I handle a sexual active partner? How can I handle a sexual active partner? If you are married and your spouse is sexually more active than you, one of the things I will advise you If you have a problem with sexuality, first try to understand, is it emotional problem? Is it that you are under stress or duress? Is it financial crisis? Because there are things that can kill your sexual activeness. And most of them has to do with emotions and financial issues, stress of life. If that is where your problem is, then you can start working on yourself by clearing your mind, go for a vacation to bring your own appetite to the level of your spouse. But if you are not married, you are having a courtship, and this person is sexually active, always pushing you to the corner of you want to have sex, or you end up having sex with him countless times against your wish, you have to draw the curtain and make your stand firm. One of the things you have to do is avoid meeting that person in a close place, whereby two of you alone will be there if you are not married. Because if some people can have kind of emotions, they can love you that they feel like the only way they can express that love is to have sex with you. Now, if you have such kind of a relationship and yet you are not married, you must be careful to avoid meeting with that person in a secret place where two of you alone is left alone. Try to meet with that person in public places. Avoid places where only the two of you will have access to yourselves. Because the moment you have access to yourself, if there is no control, definitely sex will come to play. But if it is in marriage, deal with your personal issues that is affecting your sexual life. After dealing with those personal issues, you find out that you are still not active like your partner. It means you are not enjoying the sexual relationship between you and your partner. Either your partner goes into sexual relationship with you before you are ready. So you can now help your partner to understand what helps you to be in the mood, what triggers you, what kind of environment do you need to promote your sexual libido. It is something that it has to come out from you. Poor sex practice can kill your activity. And it is good to talk about it, especially if you are married. Please, if you are married and one is sexually active and the other one is not sexually active, talk about it. Talk about it. If the man is the one who is sexually slow, probably because of the burden of the family, talk about it so that he can be able to release some burdens, and maybe two of you can plan a vacation, a moment with yourself, and closing your mind to the situations around you, and see how you can revive your organs and yourself into relevance for your partners to be happy with themselves and with you. So that's on that. I saw another question that says, should courtship period be of a long period, like maybe 1 year? Okay, 1 year is okay, but within that 1 year, make sure you are making plans. Make sure you are making plans. You need 6 months. Within 6 months, you can be able to know some basic, if you are truthful to yourself. Within 6 months, you should know. You can never know a man completely. You can never know a woman completely. Even if you have courtship for 10 years, when you get into marriage, the ball will change. Because a woman you are dating, you are visiting, when she knows you are coming, she will prepare herself to receive you. A man that you are visiting, he knows you are coming, he will prepare himself to visit you. But when you are married to that person, it is a different ball game. So the reality of marriage can never be known in courtship. So staying long in courtship, saying I try to understand, you are lying. Just have a basic. What do you want? Where are you going? What is your direction in life, your purpose? Get these things straight so that when that person comes into your life, you tick them one after the other if they fit in what you want and what you have already have in mind for yourself. If there is a question mark, don't waste your time. Let go of what you don't need and allow what you need to come into place. Once you know that the man fits what you have desired, it fits what you have prayed for, the woman fits what you have expected, the next thing is you began to pray. Pray, go into Christian way of maybe introducing this person to your pastor, to your relative, so that at least you can get an opinion to see if you have judged right or you have judged out of love or emotion. So 1 year courtship, it's okay, but within that 1 year, what will you be doing? Are you going to be studying the person, or are you already sure that this person is the right person for me? We are building ourselves to raise money, to do this or that. You need to clarify that during that 1 year, so that you won't say we are studying ourselves within 1 year. So after 1 year, now you start another 1 year before you now plan for the marriage. It doesn't work like that. You understand that temptation is real. If it doesn't fit what you want, don't keep. If it fits what you want, that's when you start a courtship. And in that courtship, you are putting things in order as you move on together. That's how you do it, so that you will not be tempted beyond your capacity. I have another question. After giving birth for a man and realize he's not serious with you, how can you handle this? After giving birth to a man and you realize that he's not serious with you, one of the reasons why such thing happen is lust. When you are quick to believe the lies of men, you will see yourself getting pregnant before you realize that the man wasn't ready. Most men are ready to be a boyfriend. They are ready to be in courtship with you for a longest time. They weren't ready to have kids. The moment you bring in kids into the picture, they begin to change their character, because they will start feeling like you are trying to keep them to become a father, responsible, and they are not yet ready. They still want to enjoy life. They were not ready with you without your knowledge, because men are very funny. They are the only people I see that have sex with women without protection, and yet they don't want a baby. How do you have natural sex and you know that sex produces children, and you will tell a woman you should have taken care of yourself with what? So you see, most women, because we believe that the way you see, when a man is looking for a woman, he gives you everything you want. He can give you, say you want this, you want, before you say he provides. That for a woman is a sign of love. But for men, is a sign of hunting. They are hunting. They just want to eat. So when they want to eat, they want to continue eating. When that eating leads to pregnancy, they get frustrated. So when they start showing you attitude after you have put birth, they are just trying to let you know this was not their own original plan. You have made them to go into what they did not prepare for. What will you do as a woman? If that man is not going to treat you right, and you know you are going through what we call a mental torture, I will advise you to pick up yourself and take a step forward. The worst sickness that is in the life of a human is mental sickness. When somebody begins to make you feel like you are not yourself, when somebody begins to kill your vision, your purpose in life, when somebody begins to torment you by themselves, you have something precious for them, but they make you look lesser than a person. They walk out on you as they go meet another woman, and they have given you a child that you cannot go around sleeping with every man because you have their baby. When you start feeling that depressed, when you start feeling like you want to kill somebody or you want to commit suicide because you feel like you have been cheated, don't stay there. One comma will never end your life. It is better you live and have a mental balance and look for a good business, look for a good job, and train your child. If he chooses to support you, fine. But don't stay there and be crying because you have a child that you must kill yourself in that relationship. No, especially if he has not paid your bride price. But if he has paid your bride price, he has done all the necessary thing to be done between your family and their family. You can go to their family, explain to the mother how you are, what is happening in the relationship. Explain to your pastor and see if they can call him to say where he's feeling like he doesn't need you, or something you have done that has made him to feel he can't continue with you. That is when you have solidized your relationship and you are already married, and you cannot just walk out because he has proven commitment and you too, you have proven commitment in the presence of people. So it is better at that time you sought for solution. Let there be times you gather people together to talk about your problems. Not everyone, but like your parents, his parents, your pastor, and just that. So that you can see, he might not tell you what you have done against him. Maybe someone can tell him. He can tell someone else. It could also be he's no longer enjoying sex with you, because some women, once they give birth, they cannot control themselves. They cannot control their milk from flowing, so the milk end up flowing all over the clothes and the bed. And you know, when a milk is flowing, aftermath of the milk is smelling. It has odor. Maybe when the man come close to you, he realize you are stinking and he doesn't know how to tell you, hey baby, you are smelling. He will decide to walk out on you. Maybe you leave the baby to vomit, because children vomit on the bedspreads, and you will just clean it and leave it like that. He tries to sleep, he has a lot of smell of children. Those things piss men off, although it's their children, but they don't know how to deal with it. Or maybe you gave birth, you did not take care of yourself very well. He's trying to have sex with you. He's no longer feeling you like he would have felt in the beginning. These are reasons that can also make a man to run out of you after you have given birth. There are many reasons, but the point is, try to know which of them are among this category I have explained. Where do you fall in? If where you fall in is you are married and suddenly after having child, he started behaving somehow or he's crying, you don't know how to manage yourself. Most young men don't understand the level of when you were single, when you are living with them, and when there is now a baby. He comes back home, he wants to sleep. That is when your baby is crying in the room. Instead of you to stand up and take the baby to the sitting room so that the man can sleep kidogo, you will insist on taking care of the baby on the bed. And the man can get wearied and go to the sitting room. The next day he won't come back home because the home is no longer conducive as home. So there are many things women we need to be trained when you are not having children and when you start having children, how to maintain. Why some women, once they have children, they bring their relatives to the house. The relatives are there, the man is getting money and they are eating so much. The man is not able to have private time with the wife. He's not able to have private time in his own house. Your mother is there, your sister is there, your uncle are visiting, everyone is visiting. The house become like a barrack. Some men cannot handle it. They will feel like they have been chased. They will run out of the house. So these are many reasons why men can walk out of you if you are already married to them and you start having kids. I don't know if that's your case, but I believe it will help you to understand. Another question I'm seeing here is, after marriage and you realize your partner is too old school and don't want to be more adventurous, how can I help it? Before marriage, you are supposed to do your nitty-gritty. If he was old school before marriage and you loved him and enter marriage with him, my dear, you have to take it easy with him. Change is very difficult. And for you to make him to change, you have to prove to him that whatever you want him to change is secure for him. So you have to be patient for him to see the effect of your change, of your adventures, or of your innovation in your own life, so that he can have you as an example for your change. And you cannot superimpose change on someone. You don't change men in marriage. You prove to them why they need to be changed. You show them. They see evidence. When they see those evidence, it will encourage them to even want to emulate. They want to follow that step that they have seen, because men want what works. Men does not want story. They want to see if it is working. If it is working and it's a mother, be a wife by accepting him. If you want to mother him, prove to him why he has to. Give him fact. Live by that fact. Let him see the evidence of the change you desire in your life, and it will be easy for him to go into it. Most women make this mistake. Men likes to wear suit. You come into their life, you say, don't wear suit, don't wear suit, wear trouser and shirt. You see, he wears the trousers and shirt, but he feels denied. He feels denied. But if you do it once in a while, it will help him to say, okay, this is what you love. He will start buying that idea than you forcefully making him to buy the idea. I pray this is helping us. I pray. What makes a marriage to be recognized by God as true marriage? Dowry, wedding, or come we stay, etc. What makes a marriage to be recognized by God? What we saw during the time of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, all the time they took wife, they paid their dowries. We saw that in place. And we have three types of government on earth. We have our traditional, we have our government, and we have our judiciary. So under normal circumstances, if you want to affirm your relationship, you cannot go to church to do your relationship. You go to church, you take a woman to church, you go wed her when you have not gone through tradition, because charity begins at home. From what we saw, they all went back to do the needful. So if you want a marriage that is recognized, affirmed, pay the woman's dowry with the parents. Have a mutual understanding with the parents. They give you their criteria, what makes them to feel that you have respected the family. They are not goats. Women are not goats. If goats are being escorted with blessings, women should be given more regards. So when you do that, you go for the dowry, then you can go for church wedding. Then if you want to do the government, that is the judiciary, that one is for the two of you. Because if two of you wants to be sincere to yourself, whereby nobody will have any reason to play hanky-pack game with each other, that's when you take it to the judiciary, so that you will remember that this is legal. This is purely legal according to the Constitution. Is your traditional marriage legal? Yes, it is legal. Now, is your white wedding legal? Yes, it is. White wedding is ceremoniously for the body of Christ. That's why if you go to a white wedding in a church, they are not giving you church marriage certificate. They are giving you the constitutional certificate of the country as your certificate, because the church has the same body with the government constitution. So doing this will help your marriage to have spiritual backup and physical backup. Another question: marrying someone for years and you come to find out that he was a scam, but you love him, but your love for him is so deep and it kills you to break up, and you have invested a lot together. What can you do? When you have lived with somebody for a long time and you realize that this person is a scam, if this person has scammed you for a long time, that means this person is a good game player. Because from the text, it's like a long time. How can a man successfully fool you for a long time? How long it is, it means it is an act he has mastered. It is, and if you have already had children in that marriage, if there are kids in that marriage, I will advise you, if he's not beating you, if he's not fighting with you, if he's not insulting you, if he's not tormenting you, it is just about the love you have invested in him. Please, there is no need for you to run out of the marriage. because you are not in any way physically abused. The only thing you can decide is to build your own satisfaction. You can choose to build your own tower. You can choose to say, since I don't trust you, I see like you move around, I can never have sex with you without condom. Or I can never have sex with you without us going for a test to be sure that I am doing what is right, because you are everywhere and at all places. You can be bold to stand for yourself. But as long as he's not beating you, as long as he's taking care of you and the children, but he has funny character, maybe chasing around women and doing all manner of stuff, that's not your problem. Curtail your love. Choose to build your love in the investment of your children. Because leaving him to another man, there is no guarantee that that other man will not cheat on you. The point is, you have now found out the kind of person he is. Build yourself in a way that you will not be emotionally tormented. What I really pray against that women should be very mindful of is emotionally torment. When somebody torments you emotionally or mentally, it is very bad. Mental torment can make you commit suicide. Mental torment can kill your existence on earth. Mental torment can make you not to be who you ought to be. So nobody deserves to be mentally tormented, according to me. So as long as that is not in play, my dear, build your tent out of his tent and you will be comfortable. Another question, after breaking up with someone, 1 year later, you still feel attached and you feel like you can still give it a chance. Is it wise to go back after breaking up with someone? First, what you will ask yourself, what led to the breakup? Did you break up because he was cheating on you? Did you break up because you could not trust him? Did you break up because he was a thief? Did you break up for a genuine reason? And if you break up for a genuine reason and he hasn't changed from that reason, going back to him is because you cannot manage your rejection, your situation. Most people don't know how to manage what they have lost. You can lose something, but that thing is not good for you. No matter how you love your child, you can never give him knife to play for him with himself. So you as a person, once you realize that someone is not good for you and you separate from that person, genuinely, not dramatically, like maybe you just thought that you can do it. No, you had a genuine reason why you broke up with that person. Why go back? And he has not changed. Why go back? Because you cannot bear your pain or you cannot get over it? No, you should be able to get over it. A broken relationship is better than a broken marriage. If you pity him or pity yourself or pity the pain you are feeling to go back, you will be caged for the rest of your life. You will never be happy. You will never have peace and you will never be comfortable. And guess what? If he's a man with funny character, he will use your coming back to torment you all the days of your life. After all, he will say you went before and you came again. Did I beg you? Don't do that. Make sure it is wise. It has a proper reason for it to be done. Another question says, God is love, but why is human love so painful, heartbreaking, and reckless? Yes, because we never knew what love is. We saw the word love and we embraced it, thinking that because it is 4-letter words, it is a simple word, but it isn't. We never knew, many humans today, we have not understood that love is sacrifice. Sacrifice means you have to inconvenience yourself and you have to be intentional. Love is commitment. Many of us don't know that love means you have to be committed. We were wrongfully taught about love, or we misunderstood the concept of the love God sold to humanity. That's where the problem is. So when a man sees a girl today and tell you I love you, is that man being truthful? He doesn't know anything about you, but he felt that that was the right language to get your attention. Because if he tells you I like you, you will say like it. You see? But if he tells you, I'm interested, I feel attracted to you, that's actually supposed to be one of the good English. When you see someone, you should say, I feel attracted to you. I don't know why, but I feel attracted to you. It happens. You can see someone and you don't know why you are attracted to that person. You can make it as a statement, I am attracted to you. I don't know why. You shouldn't say, I love you, when you don't even know the weakness of the person. You don't know the strength of the person. Love is deep. The moment we human will begin to understand that love is deep, love is sacrifice, love is commitment, love is tolerance, love is patient, love is kindness. For you to do all these things that comes with love, you have to have mature mind to be able to do it. This is where it is misconcepted that we now bring pain. We afflict ourselves with pain. You tell me you love me, but you treat me bad. You tell me you love me, you are not committed to see me happy. You tell me you love me, yet you cannot even sustain happiness in my life for 1 week. You must do something to make me feel either bitter, bad, sad, or something. It doesn't make sense. If we begin to realize that when you love something, you deserve it, you are careful, you don't just speak, you know that these things, you love it. Whatever you love, you cannot just stop because you feel like talking. You have to know that it's like an egg. When it's broken and it is not yet boiled, it is going to spill. And if you keep breaking the uncooked egg, you will keep a lot of crack on that egg, or you will end up damaging it. That's why the human love is painful, reckless, and it is heartbreaking. We must take up responsibility of love. Maybe I will take that as a topic, understanding love. It will help many of us to decide before we speak. It's a very good question. I have another one here. Is it okay never to share some information with your partner because there are some that one wish they should not be known by people? Yes, it is okay if you feel an information gives you trauma. Let's assume a lady that was raped. When you experience rape and it was not publicized, and you know that because of that, it has given you what we call trauma. You have decided to have what we call memory loss towards that situation. You just decided it didn't happen. You lost the fact and the reality that it happened just because you want to survive and live and move forward. When you have buried that situation, if you bring it up and it will cost you more years and more time to come out of it, it is better left. But if it's a case that was known by everyone, if you don't share it today, someone will help you to share it tomorrow. So depending on how personal that information is for you, will determine how you can keep it. Because an information that is with 2 or 3 people is no longer an information. It's not a secret information. Somebody can decide to use it against you. So it is better you come clean than allow someone to come against you. And there are some ladies who have been molested by their fathers. I see some ladies who their father raped them, or their father used to have intercourse with them. Now your father is alive. By the time you share it with your husband, he will never feel secure with your father. He will never feel secure with you. Now, these are some sensitive issues that you need to be careful with. Not because you wouldn't want to share, but it can bring a lot of immaturity and reaction that you might not be able to quench. Or maybe your brother used to have sex with you and now you are married and that brother is still in your life, is still in the family, and you start telling your husband, you see, before my brother used to sleep with me, you will put an enmity that will remain. And that man might not have the ability to handle the situation properly. Such information, you have buried them, they can remain buried. I just use those ones as an example. They can be more serious ones. Mashandalabo ziantele bragados. Rekabo zegedegede. Ragadabalaba ragado ziantele bragados. How can I make my man dream and madly in love with me? If the man is madly in love with you, he will be obsessed with you. Don't make a man to be madly in love with you. Make a man to respect you, honor you, and give you your place. Please, don't push any man to be madly in love with you. When a man is madly in love with you, he will lose control of himself and of you. He will become so insecure. He will become too jealous. He will be following you like a dog following a bone. He will be everywhere with you. And when he stalks around you, you will not be able to be yourself. He will not be able to be himself. What you need in a man is respect, honor, and recognition, placement. Let him give you your respect as at when it is due. And you too likewise. Let him see you for who you are, honor you. If you are his wife, be his wife. If you are his fiancé, let him sing it aloud. Give that man where he deserves. Don't say you want to make a man to be madly in love with you. There are 3 things that men need in their life to lose control. And when you give them those 3 things in dosage, they can kill for your sake. And it will become a challenge for you. If you give a man some level of sex that is beyond the normals, okay, it is good to treat your man in a sweet, nice way. Now, if you do it in a way that he become accustomed, he will become afraid when he sees you with any person. He will think they are going to enjoy what he's enjoying, and he will become very protective because he doesn't want to lose what is satisfying him. He will become so restless. And another thing is, maybe you cook for him. There is a way you cook for him, the way you treat him specially. When you cook for him in a special way, when you are even serving someone, he is jealous. You will raise a lot of jealousy in him. Maybe the way you honor him, the way you treat him. Just be very, very mindful. Don't drive a man to be madly in love with you. There is no sweetness in madness. Madness is a love that is not within control. Just have control. Control is what you need. You just need control. Control, someone who can control their anger, someone who can control their temper, someone who can control themselves against anything. If you have a mad lover, you will be mad alongside with that lover. So be very wise. Le brazagada, le brogozogobo zegedegedegede. What are the, I don't know, is it what? Of a good man. I don't know, it's like this typing, I don't know. Characters. Okay. What are the characters of a good husband / a good wife? Characters of a good husband or as a good wife depend on individual satisfaction. Because there are women who like crazy men. What do I mean by crazy men? They like yoppy men. Men who is, okay, they don't want you to be on the street, but they want you to know the things that are happening. They want you to be on board. They want you to, okay, little alcohol, a little flexing, a little craziness. They just want something that is special to them. And there are some women who want perfect gentlemen. And there are some men who like crazy women. As a matter of fact, many gentlemen like crazy women. They want to see you make your nails. They want to see you make your eyelashes. They want to see you dress in a clean, bright colors, looking sweet at all time. Like they want their woman to be on point. Many gentlemen, many Christian brothers that you see that they behave like they don't know fashion. If they have money and you are their wife, they will spoil you for themselves. They have kind of taste. So the characters of a good husband and of a good wife depend on what you desire from a woman or from a man. But there are general lookouts, some things you can look out to say that this one, I can use it as a bench to observe. One of them is anger. Check somebody's temperament. How do they react to situation within you? Do they have anger problem? When somebody is highly temperamental and they don't know how to control their temperament, it's an issue. When someone also has a lot of bitterness, they are unforgiving, they will tell you how they have kept an issue 1962 at exactly 1 p.m. on the dot. This happened. And they keep giving you time and date, my dear. That person has the spirit of unforgiveness. It's toxic. Or somebody who is very bitter. They talk out of too many bitterness. These are things that when you see, they are red flags. They are red flags. Disrespectful character, where somebody does not care how they talk to you, where they talk to you, or what they talk about you. These are characters that I can tell you that when you perceive, they are not good characters. Or somebody who is very impatient. Somebody who is very impatient. They cannot wait for a minute. They are always in a hurry. It is not a good character. A man who cannot wait for 10 minutes for traffic light to finish, 2 minutes for traffic light, he will not wait for you in marriage. So be very mindful. Another thing is a disobedient person. There are people who like to break law. Even if you tell them something that is useful to them, they don't want. They will always want to be on the wrong side. They are good in doing errors. Be careful of them. I'm giving you these ones as the characters that are danger, so that you can use it now to choose on your own path. Another thing, a man who cannot take correction, a woman who cannot take correction, cannot be talked to. Hey, those are signs that you should be afraid of. Somebody also who is very self-defending. They defend themselves over everything. They have this insecurity in them. They will become toxic in your life, because even when you want to make a good point for them that will help them, they will fight it, because they don't want to be told. They lack self-confidence. So they feel like anything you say will make them to be more useless or worthless. So they have that problem. It's a challenge. It happens. But these are some things that will help you to know that something is wrong somewhere. Good characters that I can say that is common to everyone to look out to is a man with patience, someone with tolerance, somebody who is very joyful, somebody who is very accommodating, somebody also who knows how to read signs. He can understand languages without you speaking. He can have that human empathy and empathy, just to mention but a few. And if you are a man, make sure your woman knows how to cook, so that you will not be eating bad food, because what you eat determines a lot in marriage. So cooking is very good. If she doesn't know and you love her, you can take her to catering. You can bring caterers to teach her. Those are some things that you need to have as first hand. Kitchen, family brought up is very important. See the homeliness in a woman, the homeliness in a man. These are things that I call good characters. So put them together and decide what is good for you. It will help you to get where you are going to, or what you deserve. Another thing I am seeing here is it okay to allow your husband to have close female friends? It is not easy to have both close female friend and male friend. It is not easy. It takes a lot of spiritual maturity and self-discipline for you to have a close lady friend and a close man friend, and sex will not be involved. It takes a lot of discipline. So if you know that these persons are disciplined enough to manage themselves, that's when you can take a little of it, but it is very risky. I am not saying don't allow your husband to have friends. Do allow them to have friends. But when you say close friend, it is not easy. Whether we like it or not, male and female, they are opposite sex. They bring positive and negative reaction that sparks. Especially if the woman fits the choice of woman your man love, or the man fits the choice of man your woman love. Nobody is above emotional crisis or emotional mistake. For me, I believe that it takes the hand of God for you to be able to overcome it. So I wouldn't say make it something that is accessible. No. Let it be known between, and also if you have a secretive man, it is not easy. If you have a secretive woman, it is not easy. I can tell you, like, there are some ladies who can have feeling for a man, and they don't want to express it openly, but they can use wisdom to be in the man's life. When a woman is after your husband cannot overcome it. He will need help to overcome it. When a man is chasing a woman, the woman can actually refuse not to give in to sex. But when a woman is chasing after a man, it is very difficult for the man to overcome. It is 98% difficult. When a woman wants a man, he gets that man, because they know we have many tricks as women, and men are so softened. Once a woman starts crying, a man has lost 70% of his manness. He won't have it again. He will lose it. So there are attributes that men cannot withstand when a woman puts it up. When a woman looks at a man straight in his eyeball to eyeball, that man has lost self-confidence 70%. He has given, like, the way you have looked his eyes, he will think about it for another 2 days. Like, wow, why was she looking at me like that? Does she love me? Does she want me? Is that a sign? Is that a communication? They want to know. Men search for love. They search for somebody who will show them trueness, genuineness. So if a woman really, and a smart woman who really wants a man, that man is as good as Nyamachoma, already eaten. So it is more risky for a woman to be a friend to your husband than it is easy for a woman to be a friend, a man to be a friend to your wife. Most time it is difficult for the man to convince the woman to have sex with them, except the woman have an affection, a strong bond, a strong feeling that is with that man. And it will take a lot of energy to bring her to have sex with that man. But if it is the other way, right, it is very easy. It won't last 1 week. The woman will get the man. The man can choose to run from the woman, but if the woman is after a man, it is a dangerous thing when a woman is after a man. You can't be that smart. How many men can see a naked woman and walk out of the room? How many? Very scanty of us can do that. So it is something that you must understand. There is no speaking in tongues. That's why the Bible said that Joseph flee. Joseph did not walk out of the room. He would have come back. And the Bible says, don't speak in tongues when the woman is after you. Run, flee, run, run. Let your feet be very fast. You cannot defeat a woman who wants you if you don't have shock observer. And if you look at the Bible, it is probably only Joseph that was the only one who escaped. He did not escape with his clothes. He escaped naked. Let me not go into that details. Let's leave it for another day. So I believe that you have time to ask your questions. And if there is any other question, things that you wish to talk about, it is good you leave them at the comment. We will always attend to it. Don't forget that what we are trying to do, we are trying to bring healing and restoration in families. This is a clinic where we talk about everything that can help us to be better than what we used to be. So don't feel shy to ask questions. Don't feel shy to comment. Know that what you are commenting or your question might not be for you. It might be for someone else, and it will help that person to learn. Like the questions you guys have asked today, it is so interesting and very, very educating. I don't think I have passed any question. I believe I have answered all the questions the way it came. I don't know, where are the married women? Why are we not talking about sex? Why are we not talking about styles in sex? Why are we not talking about how to have sex? How do you enjoy your sexual life even when you have children? Are we shy, or are we unable to face the reality that comes with the answer or the question? It is good for you to know that learning is continuous. Whatever you learn in family clinic will only heal and promote and restore more peace in your home. So I expected more family to come out, ask your questions. What happens when you give birth and your man is no longer coming close to you sexually? What happens when he denies you? He used to be sexually frequent with you. Why has he stopped after you have given birth to 1, 2 children? What has happened? How do you enjoy sex, you as a woman? Don't die in silence. God has brought this platform so that you will not die in silence. You will be able to get help. This is that time where help is being released for you and I. So be a partaker of this season. Ask your question. Make sure you comment, share this broadcast, subscribe. Make sure you are sharing the link with people. They need to see and they need to get this revelation. Information is power. What you know, you will be able to escape from. What you don't know, you will become a victim of. So it is good you know, so that you will be able to know what not to do and what to do. I have a question that I got from the online, the previous one. How to control yourself when you are broken? How can you control yourself when you are broken? How can you control yourself when you are broken? Somebody asked the question. If you are broken, like a woman is broken, a man is broken, how do you control yourself so that you will not start having sex with everyone around you? Or how do you put yourself together? When you are experiencing a heartbreak, let your tears come out. Don't stop it. If you feel somebody has hurt you, cry it out. Spend yourself, stay indoor. It's okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be human. It's okay to express that I am hurt. It is not a sign of weakness to show that you were hurt or you are broken. It is not. It is okay to cry. It is okay to express that you are not feeling good. It is okay. Don't allow yourself to hide and die alone. Express that you are not feeling fine. If you need to hang out with friends, hang out with friends. If you know what to make you feel good, please do it. You can only heal with the things that makes you feel better. There are times we can be hurt by our children, we can be hurt by our spouse, we can even hurt ourselves by our decision. Allow yourself to go through that process. When you go through that process, you will be stronger and God will bless you in Jesus' name. So I thank you for watching. Don't forget, continue to share. See you next week, Tuesday, where we will be uploading so many new programs. I think we're about to touch how to raise godly children. We are still going to visit all the subjects, but we want to throw highlights. We want to throw points on all the categories we listed that we will float on this family clinic. So God bless you. Don't forget, this is Prophetess Dr. Justina. If you have not subscribed, if you have not liked, if you have not pressed the notification button, do it now. God bless you. Shalom. Hallelujah.